Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah wahada wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are very much grateful to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who gave us this golden opportunity to meet today in this Assahabah College, Assahabah Kaduna. Today being first Jumad al-Ula, 1447 years after the migration of Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Medina, equivalent to 23rd October 2025. We are here for a refresher course, inshallah. We are going to start the agenda with an opening prayer by one of the either Arabic or Islamic studies teachers. Yes. Who is teaching Islamic studies? No, he was opening prayer, sir. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
وبارك على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم إن كان رزقنا في السماء فأنزله، إن كان في الأرض فأخرجه، إن كان بعيدا فقربه، وإن كان قريبا فيسره، فإذا يسرته فبارك لنا فيه. اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
Amen. Thank you very much. Jazakumullahu khairan. May Allah accept from all of us.
Amen.
Inshallah, we are going to have 6 agenda, and the first one is opening prayer, followed by introduction of participant and guest or speakers, and third is opening remark by the principal or director, then introduction by the coordinator, Center for Counseling and Human Development, then 5 presentation. And we are going to have 3 presentations. First on qualities of a good teacher, second is on lesson plan, and third on the classroom management and control. Then question and answer session, contribution, comment, question and answer session, then followed by closing remarks, inshallah. So we hope you will be with us. Inshallah, will not take much time as the weather is somehow hot. Inshallah, we will finish in time. Thank you very much. So now we go to the self introduction by participant. I think we start from you, brother. You tell us your name, your qualification, and the subject you are taking.
My name is Dr. Ishida Folabi. I'm a teacher. I'm taking geography and data processing. Class of SS to JS to SS class.
You say your qualification is
My
NCE or
HND or
PhD or ML?
Yes.
Yeah?
PhD and HND.
No. HND and PhD.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. No, okay. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Muhammad Umar Wadamasi Raini. I'm the Islamic Studies teacher for the junior and senior classes.
Okay.
And I study Islamic Studies and Sharia.
Now, at
Bayero University, Kano.
at degree level or master's?
Yes, degree level.
MashaAllah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Ali Zubairu Baini. I'm taking JSS and SS, Civic Education and Economics.
Very good.
Qualification, PhD in Education, HND.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, sister.
My name is Aisha Assahabah-Clinical. I'm the math teacher from the SS1 to SS2. My qualification is HND.
HND mathematics.
Physics.
Physics. Okay. Okay. Yes.
My name is Shisia Yunus, and I teach biology from SS1 to 2 and the areas of years, that is from just 1 to 3. And my qualification is ND in community health.
ND?
In community health.
Okay, so thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أنا سمية أبو بكر وأنا مدرسة إسلاميات من الفصل الأول الابتدائي إلى الفصل الخامس.
نعم. qualification. qualification.
وأنا الآن في مرحلة الدبلوم.
ما شاء الله بارك الله فيك.
فاطمة.
هذا اسمك؟
فاطمة.
فاطمة. نعم. وعليكم السلام.
My name is Nafisa Abdullah and I'm a classroom teacher and my qualification is nursing.
Which course?
PS.
PS.
Yes.
NCPS.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maya Muhammad Law. I'm a 1 class teacher and my qualification is ND in Note and Diet.
Now.
What are you teaching?
Wait.
I'm a class teacher of primary 1.
Okay. Class. Teacher per class.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I'm a class teacher of primary 5 and also bossa of Assahabah-Clinical.
And also
Bossa.
Bossa.
Yes, Bossa.
All right.
And my qualification is National Diploma of Health Information Management.
Good. So. Now? Now. Now. Qualification. Now? Qualification, diploma or degree? So, alhamdulillah, shukr. Now, to hide your mama say
Assalamu alaikum.
wa alaikum assalam.
My name is Zikrat Abdusalam Ahmad. My qualification is NC under education. I am the vice principal administrator.
Okay.
Thank you.
NC in education and what?
First
Huh?
source.
Education and
NCE.
NCE.
Health source one.
Yes.
Okay. Should abbreviate it.
Okay.
So she's ready.
So, it's okay. It's okay. So,
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zainab Muhammad. I am a class teacher of Tanzania. My qualification is
JSS. SSC. So, welcome. Thank you. Alaikum assalam.
I'm a class teacher of Nursery 2. My qualification is NC and I study social studies.
Double major.
Thank you very much. So, over to you. Over to you. Okay. Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Muhammad Sani Suleiman, the chief servant of the school as a director. My highest qualification MSc educational psychology.
My name is Abdul Idris. A teacher, a lecturer, administrator, and also a counselor. I hold 1 degree, 2 masters, and a PhD, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Adamu Abdullahi by name, a teacher as my colleague have just said, and I am the registration officer to Kaduna State Schools Quality Assurance Authority, private school department. So don't be panicking because I came from the private school. So inshallah we are going to do everything smoothly. Assalamu
Alaikum assalam. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I am Counselor Muhammad Lawal Habibu, PhD. I obtained grade 2, NCE, B.Ed, M.Ed, and PhD in guidance and counseling. Currently, I'm a senior lecturer with the Sheikh Idris College of Health Sciences and Technology, Makarfi, and I'm the college guidance and counseling officer. And I'm the center manager, NTI degree program at Birnangwari, and also the center coordinator of this Center for Counseling and Human Development that we are here today to deliver the pressure course for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, you're welcome.
So, now let us hear from you.
أنا اسمي أستاذ عبد الرحيم محمد خامس.
نعم.
أنا معلم لقسم الإسلاميات والعربيات من فصل الأولى متوسط إلى ثانوية.
نعم.
ومرحلة من مرحلة العلمي هو دبلومة ثانوية لقسم العربيات، وأما الإسلاميات دبلومة إن شاء الله.
ما شاء الله. نعم. أشكر الله.
نعم جزاكم الله خير.
Alhamdulillah. Now we are through with first and second agenda. We'll go to the third agenda, which is going to be welcome address by the servant of the school, as he said, and the director of the school. Sir,
Indeed, it's a great privilege and favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for having you as our facilitators today. You are highly welcome to Assahabah College, Kaduna. Our motto is excellent hereafter. It's a faith-based school, which is we have a lot of section under it, which combine English, Arabic, and Hafiz classes. We are trying to Islamize all the curriculum based on Sunnah based, and then as well as combine national and international standard as well. So I would like to introduce the two head of the school, which is the principal and vice.
Okay.
After Shirafolani, please introduce yourself.
My name is Abdul Rashid Afolabi. I'm the principal of Assahabah Islamic College, and you are all welcome to this workshop.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I remain Muhammad Umar Yaramasi, the Vice Principal Academic. So we are going to use this opportunity in order to welcome you all to Assahabah Islamic College. So it is a great honor to have you here, and inshallah we are going to use whatever we learn from you, and we put it in practice inshallah. And we promise that the very day that you are coming here for the second time, inshallah, you will see that there will be a lot of progresses in terms of academic as well as other extracurricular activities within the school. Thank you very much once again, and may Almighty Allah bless you all.
Amen. And you too. So, alhamdulillah, that has been the welcome address by the director, and in addition also from the principal and the vice principal. Thank you very much, all of you. Now we go to the fourth agenda, which is opening remarks by the center manager. Center coordinator. Okay. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the most merciful. We thank Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala once again for sparing our life to this very moment. May you also continue to guide us aright, and may you also guide us, protect us, and help us to see that our staying here for the next 1 2 hours is going to be of benefit to all of us in our life, in this world, and in the hereafter. As the motto of the college says, excellent hereafter. Alhamdulillah, we had your names and your various qualifications. So we are all colleagues. We are all colleagues. It's just a matter of time that we were able to obtain some qualifications before you. But it is our hope that all of you are going to obtain or achieve a qualification like ours, or even more than our own. Inshallah, we expect to have doctors from you and even professors
Inshallah.
as young teachers as you are now. Like ourselves here are old. We are like me and my friend. We are more than 50. We are more than 50 years. And some of you I know that some of you are less than 30 years now. There is room. There is room for self-development. That is how we started. After we obtained grade 2, we started teaching. We taught for 1 to 2 years. We go for NCE. Then we go back also to classroom and continue teaching. After a year or two, we progress to degree program. After degree program, we go back to the classroom, continue teaching. Then we go for masters. After masters, I have completed my PhD. Malik is about to complete his own at Cameroon University. Amal also is doing his own at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. So this is how life is. So don't relent your effort. And don't continue teaching for a decade without you developing yourself. The best thing is as you teach for 3 to 5 years, so plan to go for another qualification. If you have SACE, plan to enroll on NCE, diploma or degree. If you have diploma, NCE or degree, make plan to enroll for HND or masters. That is how you progress, inshallah, with time. Don't think that you don't have time, you don't have money. No, just have the intention. Have the intention. Plan. And rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Definitely Allah is going to help you. As Allah says, فَإِذَا أَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. So when you make your intention, when you make your plan, to rely solely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, Allah will make it easy for you. So as I said earlier, we are colleagues and we are brothers and sisters. Don't be afraid of us. We are going to engage in some what is called interactive session. We are going to interact with you so that you get from our wealth of experience, and we also learn from us. And I want to also learn some of the current issues in the classroom or in the talking industry, that is to say, in the education sector. So we are going to be given 20 minutes to each of the speakers, and as I said, there's going to be chance for comment, observations, questions, and answers. So when you come to that, please feel free. We are going to use English language for the communication. But if you find it difficult to express yourself in English, there is no problem. If you can use the normal language or vernacular, the popularly known Hausa language. You can use the Hausa language to ask your question, or make your comment, or make your observation. It's Arab. We are here for progress. We are here for progress, and we are not here to teach and write examination. We are not here for writing examination, but we are here for preparation course. Those who obtain NCE and BS or even grade 2, what we are going to discuss today, we have already learned them in the classroom. But now you need to do what? You need to be refreshed. Your mind needs to be refreshed with the current and existing new innovation and what have you that are taking place now in the field of education. How you understand? So you are all welcome, and we appreciate your cooperation, and we hope and pray that at the end, actually testify that you gain a lot. You gain a lot. And you are also going to practice or put in practice what you learn today, inshallah. So that the director or the chief servant of the school and the other management will see new and improved impact from what you have been given or from what you have been delivering to the student. Have you understand? Thank you very much once again, and we remain your brothers and sisters and colleagues in teaching profession. May Allah help us. Thank you very much.
شكرا جزاكم الله خير.
Amen. Now we go to the fifth agenda, which is going to be presentations. Now the first presenter is going to be Malam Abdul Rauf. Doctor in view, inshallah, is going to make his presentation on qualities of a good teacher. Who is a good teacher? Who is a good teacher, and how does he or she supposed to behave, appear, and teach in the classroom or something like that? So you are welcome, and you are given 20 minutes. Now to the next presentation, inshallah.
Already I was being introduced, and this is just a normal class. We only interact together. It's not something new, and not something that you have not had. The teacher by the word. Right. So, teacher, maybe I can use my own expression as a teacher. Oh? So, look at the words there. This is T. Go? Yeah. This is E. This is A. This is C. This is H. This is E. This is what? R. Therefore, if we are to go by the words or letters, T means what? Trust.
Yes.
Trust. This is my own word. Then E means what? Excellent. A teacher is supposed to be an excellent somebody. A means to be what? Accurate. Accurate. C, character. Character. H, honesty. Honesty. E, energizer. R, responsible or researcher, whatever. So, being these words, I will start by asking you, is the teacher born or made? I'm asking the class. Is the teacher born or made? Are teachers born or made?
Made.
They are not born?
Yes.
Yes? Let me hear.
They are born.
They are born.
Yes.
Why? As how?
You are born because you are born to the world to make a research.
Are teachers born?
No, they are made.
They are made.
Yes.
What is your assertion?
Because nobody born as a perfect. You must learn.
You must learn.
Yes, because before to become a teacher, there is some procedures, method to be a teacher.
Alright. teachers are both born and made.
Yeah.
And when we said born, there are people who have not been into a formal setting, not been to a professional course, but naturally, God has given them wisdom on how to teach.
Yes.
Because of some characteristics that has been seen with them. There is love and affection of children. There is good communication. And also that is deliverance. And also there is that power of IQ, the knowledge over. But sometimes teachers have been said they have been made because of what? Professional development or training. You cannot, there are some challenges that will arise during the course of delivering of class, of which you need to be what? To be equipped before you come to the class. You will not come to the class unless you are being professionally developed. Maybe obtain qualifications as to be a teacher. But both the two qualities are good. You may have the passion, but maybe you may like the methodology, or you may like the qualification to teach. Therefore, teachers are both what? Made and also born.
Yes.
Therefore, teacher, in a simple language, is someone who what? Instruct, give knowledge, skills, value to students, as well as this learning cannot take place is as a result of what? Instruction. That is why they said learning occur when you have what? As a result of what? Permanent change of behavior. If at all you cannot be able to be a professional teacher, how can you be able to teach? Because you need to know the learner, the psychology of the learner before you can be able to impart to him. You need to study the environment where you are. You need to have some methodologies and theories that you can be able to teach. Therefore, unless you are being professional, then we can call you as a teacher. Teachers, in their own part, can be labeled in terms of their educational background or educational level. The educational level of which to be a teacher in Nigeria as of now, the minimum is NCE. That is in primary. Before, it was what? It was grade 2 or grade 3. In 70s, we know of grade 3. Later on, we have grade 2. Later on, it transformed to be what? NCE as a minimum qualification. Then, you go off. Even with PhD, I can teach in primary school. What is the problem? So, also, as a teacher, the level of role. Some are teachers per class. Some are teaching in primary, nursery, secondary, tertiary institutions. Depending on whatever you are. And also we have also teachers who are what? Are special. We have special teachers. Those who are teaching the depth. Go? Specialist education. Go?
Yes.
And other disables that we have. We have also professionals in vocational, technical, all are also called teachers. These are levels that we have. Therefore, since we define a teacher and we take each character here as a letter and define it, therefore it will take us to where we are going to know the silent qualities of a good teacher. As such, not teachers are being neglected. Teachers are not being neglected. No teacher, no ummah. No teacher, no development. So teaching as a profession is the mother of all professions. Teaching or teacher is the mother of all what? profession. Therefore, when you see a doctor, who taught the doctor? He learned under the guidance of the teacher.
Yes.
Who taught the engineer? Under the guidance of the teacher. Who taught those who ride aeroplane? Pilot. Are they antecedent?
No.
But we have accidental teachers. Go. Those who have not followed the profession, but wish to have fashion on the profession, and they come. Like my brother was a HND. He's a technical person. But he transformed himself to have what? PGDE, Postgraduate Diploma in Education. I don't need that because already I'm a professional teacher. A professional teacher in the sense that I did my grade 2, I did NCE, then B.Ed, then M.Ed, then PhD. All in the same profession. For you to be qualified as a teacher, today the Teachers Registration Board was being around in Nigeria, and teachers were told to be registered as professional. As some of the profession, you cannot practice unless you have. Even these days, in this era, they said unless you have that TRCN, Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, before you become a qualified teacher. It starts from diploma. There are some who obtain their diploma in education. Diploma in education. Some is the affiliate of ABU and the rest of some of them. I think we have one here at Rat Masalachi. What do they call it? The Folio Institute. And Jama'atu sometimes. And other places whereby they obtained their diploma. Therefore, teaching profession is a noble profession. And whosoever follow it, he can not be, he is more recognized in the society. Historically, we are being told, we have seen in those days, in 70s, whereby the teacher is the one that is being relied for. Originally, I know my father is a teacher, and I don't know even when I was even, I don't know, I became also a teacher. Not that it is in the blood, but it's not even accidental. But teachers are being made, and also what? They are being born. Recognition given by the society or community where you are is enormous. We cannot quantify what it is. In those early days, in those 70s, I know, whatever information that the teacher will give is the first to be contacted. They said, today we have a coup in Nigeria. The teacher will confirm whether it is coup in Nigeria, whether Ahmadu Sardona was being killed. He is an information officer of the community. He is a leader. He is even seen more than what? More than the crown prince. Whatever he has said is final. He is a governor. He is a president. He is a senator. Today, even you are a senator where you are. Don't you think that when you are being a teacher, you've been neglected in the society? No. I remember one of my teachers, one of my lecturers, said he was being in Lagos. He boarded a flight. When he landed, he didn't know anybody. Thank God, one of his students recognized him and take him to the presidential wing and do a lot of things to him. He was just scared. What is happening? That he has been segmented because that person learned under the guidance of the teacher. So it's a prestige, someone that will have an honor by his student wherever. Even in the street, they say, hey, it's Bala! Bala means Islamic studies. Bama, go back, it's recognition. So teaching profession is a big profession. Don't mind whatever kind of money that people are gathering. Be contented where you are. As a teacher, you can be able to get what you have. Now we are going to the qualities. As we are teachers, we have just defined. Teacher as somebody who have what? Knowledge, go? Skills, value, go? All are obtained as a result of what? Instruction. He guides the learners to achieve what they want. Therefore, one of the quality of a good teacher, he must be what? Knowledgeable. Knowledge. Without that knowledge, I cannot stand in front of you to talk. There are people, when you say, come and then deliver something, they will be afraid because of their level of what? Literacy. They will be afraid even to come to the class. But each and every one of you have his own level of kind of education. That level of kind of education has been placed to where he can fit in.
Yes.
Some are in the nursery school. Go. Some are teaching as rotated teachers. Some are pay and go. You come and do your lesson and go.
Yes.
As a result of what? The knowledge that they have.
Yes.
And they can impact and they can change the learning pattern. Learning as a result of what? Changing the behavior of the student. So that qualification that you can obtain, that you have been made as a teacher, maybe you have OND education. Go? Maybe OND in chemistry, physics, English, Arabic, NCE in Arabic, PES, social studies, and the rest. NCE, Nigerian Certificate of Education, then B.Ed, go? HND, bias, PGD. This qualification enables you to come to the class. And once you pass through the school, once the school pass through you, then you can get what you want. That knowledge can do. But if the school pass through you, then it is zero behind the decimal point, as the mathematics are saying. Go? Apart from the knowledge, a teacher must be well behaved. Character. They said, even if you are going to confirm that you have graduated, the provost of the school will say, it's based on what? Character and learning. Therefore, your behavior is of good because you are a learning model. You are a mentor. You are a role model. Therefore, whatever you do, the students are watching you and they try to imitate what you have. At times, those who are teaching English, maybe when they blow one vocabulary, they say, who is that caricature? Then the English master will be caricature. The boy was the student will start learning the words and then putting it. I saw our English teacher, the caricature. When the mathematics teacher is there, today we have calculus. Calculus. What is that calculus? Algebra. Then they will start naming you as algebra. Something of that nature. So the next one is patient. In Allah, without patience, looking at these tiny people that you have in your front, you need to be patient. All the beginnings of life, you need to be patient. Without patience, you may end up not imparting, but injuring. I know maybe those who are in the nursery section have this challenge whereby you have people at 2 years, 3 years being brought to the school and you are the one to train. And sometimes the physics in the class and you need to be patient. It's all about learning. It will just vanish sometimes. That is why you are being trained to know the psychology and how we teach. So you need to be patient. As when you gather people, you need to exercise patience for them to participate in learning. The friendly environment that you will use will make them to come and you will let them to listen and you let them to acquire the knowledge and skills and value that you have. Without that, if you are impatient, nothing can be achievable. No development in terms of learning can be achieved. When you are patient, there are people who have been called Al-Jannah. Go in the school. Even in A level, we have people who have been called Al-Jannah. Salih Hambai. They don't used to fight, they don't used to beat. Go. They always call you to caution you. They have good character. Even the way they go about, even their step, you know it is somebody who is patient. The moment you see him, he's admiring. Amma kai kullum ka daure ka sa bakin gilashi and you don't laugh. So you need to be patient as also a good quality to be here. And we are in the era of the new modern world, digitalization. We need to be digital skilled. If not, our student will override us. I know when I have difficulty, challenges in my phone, even the 5-year-old or 3 years nursery child is the one that can say, Baba, this is how you can do. This Android is very simple to them. Therefore, you need to learn and then do the new technologies that we have. And that technology will help you to impart more knowledge. Now, before, we are not using this camera. We are using what? The one that is big. In order to cover coverage. But for now, we are using it even in instruction. You can use it also to display so many things without even having the larger gadgets. Your literacy, digital literacy, will help you to improve and will add you a quality and edge over the student that now I can be able to manipulate this and that can be able to do this and that. Trust. You are being trusted. A teacher must be trusted. Truth. You should tell the truth. Once you tell lie, the students are what? In front of you. So, you must say the truth to them. The truth is the truth. Knowledge is truth. And you have to be trustworthy because this is the second home where the children are learning under you. And now you are being a father to them. Whatever, when they come to the school, you are the father and you are the mother. So you need to treat them equally. You need to be impartial without discrimination. One of the qualities of a good teacher should not be what? Discriminated. You need to be impartial. Ba san kai. Mace ce ta yi laifi, malamin mace ce sai ta ki punishing din. This is impartial judgment. Each person should be treated equally. Cool? BS ba sani ba sabo. Sabo da kaza an ce bai hana yankan ta ko? Therefore, you have to be impartial. You judge accordingly. Because there is what is called reward and what? Punishment in education. So therefore, whatever, if the student has attained a higher achievement, you clap for him, and then when he do wrong, he said it is wrong, and then you try to correct him. That is how you can improve the learning. Also, you need to have what? To dress well. Dressing also attract, because you are a role model. These are also part of personal attributes. Today, if I come with short knicker, coat, and a shirt, many will run away because this is not the pattern. Go. But if you are in Lagos, 3/4 and a shirt, it's normal there, but not in the north. Go.
Yes.
So if you put this riga like this, you need to have what? The cap. And then affordable. Even if you don't have the simplest dress that you have, you need to have not a shabby dress, not a shallow one that can display your future.
Somebody want to go to
Yes?
No, even in Lagos, not all places.
I bet it is an order of the day when you go to Lagos. So. Yes, when you dress, it cannot be an offense. But here, I saw it has been an offense. A teacher must also have a vast knowledge of using what? Different approach and method that will help him to give the student, and the student will comprehend more than ever it is. I think I will round off by way of conclusion, that teaching is a noble profession. And the philosophy behind a teaching profession is said that your reward, our reward, is in the heaven. So it's in the hereafter. Because whatever you taught, even in Islamic studies, in Arabic, or any kind of religion, and also in the worldly things, there are people who will do good with the book that you have. Teach them. So when you go permanently in the wetlands of the judgment day, you are in the grave, the reward is going to happen. Whatever you do, you may get reward. As such, don't think that the quantum of money is what you are after. Contentment is also one of the qualities. You need to be contented wherever you are. You need to do what? Contented wherever you are. This is a profession, and no any other profession that is above a teacher. Teachers are servants. They are servants. So continue to be servant and be faithful to Allah, to continue to give you wisdom, to continue to shower us wisdom so that we can perform our duties. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Thank you very much. So, Alhamdulillah, we have heard from Mala Abdurrauf. Okay, yes, Mala Abdurrauf Idris. As I said, Dr. Review, inshallah, from the University of Kano.
Marwa University.
University of Marwa, or Marwa University. So we hope you will help him in prayers so that you complete his program successfully. So Alhamdulillah, he was given 15 minutes, but he extended to almost 25 or 28 minutes.
20 minutes.
Hmm?
It's 20 minutes to 8 minutes.
He added 8 minutes. So Alhamdulillah, I think from his presentation, I'm sure you are now refreshed on the qualities of a good teacher. Even though I went out to to answer an important call, but I can vividly remember that he made mention of 5 qualities, which even if they are the only qualities you are good in them, it's okay. Say knowledgeable. Knowledgeable before you be teaching, and you should also be well behaved. You behave according to the dictates of the religion, that is Islam. Your behavior should be in line with the Quran and Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he made mention of patience. Patience, he quoted where Allah says, "Inna Allah ma'as-sabirin." And he also quoted, and he made mention of justice. You should be just in dealing with your colleagues, your leaders, and the learners. So also the members of the community. And lastly, he made mention of contentment. Contentment, which is known as in Arabic qana'a. Qana'a. So it is only qana'a that will help us to be contented, to be okay. But any profession you leave, if you leave teaching to health sector or any other sector, if there is no contentment, no matter amount you are receiving as salary, it will not be enough for you. I understand. So Alhamdulillah, this our brother is one of the people that we can say he has this contentment, because before he was working with the local government as ESD, Director Education and Social Services, but because of the contentment he have in teaching, he decided to resign from that post. In the local government, any assistant or any social welfare given to individuals and communities used to come under ESD. There is a lot of allowances and so many things in that. But he decided not to remain in the local government because there are some illegal possession, or there is some illegal money coming to his office or coming to him directly or indirectly, and he don't want to consume that, he don't want to possess that or collect that haram, and he decided to leave ESD in the local government and take teaching appointment, full teaching appointment with Sheikh Idris College of Health Sciences and Technology. He was once a HOD, and now is the he's a lecturer and at the same time coordinator of SAWE's program. So we hope and pray that may Allah reward him abundantly, and may we also continue to guide him aright, and may we also copy from him, or may we also try to have contentment and try to give our maximum maximum contribution for now that we are teaching. Maybe tomorrow we will be in another employment or opportunity. Maybe go to other sector. So now that we are teachers, let us be contented with what we are receiving, and let us try and see that we are giving the best we have. May Allah help us. I hope our sisters and brothers that are Arabic based are also with us.
Yes.
Ko? Ai ba matsalar language ko? Kowa da tangana turanci nan ko? Kuma zo wajen maganar tambayi da contribution da gudunmawa kowa ya suke jiki da turancin nan. Amma muka mana larabci kila da muka mana larabci su kila ba za mu gane ba. Amma muka mana turanci ko Hausa za mu gane. Kun gane ko? To mun gode kwarai da gaske. Ai mun san duka mun kun yi primary kun yi secondary. Ko duk wanda ya primary secondary turanci bai zama matsala ban Allah ya yarda. Ko ba haka ba? Allah ya sa mu dace. To ba tare da bata dogon lokaci ba, without much of the time we go to the next speaker. Inshallah, the next speaker is going to be Malam Adamu Abdullahi, Shima, Doctor in View. He's doing his PhD in the curriculum studies at Ahmadu Bello University. Malam is doing his own in the community development, and I did mine in guidance and counseling. So he's going to talk on the lesson plan. As teachers, we cannot just do al-kafra and enter class. An sa alkafura ko? Wani abu ne da ake amfani da shi wajen an je wanka a rafi. Sai a ce za a alkafura. Na? You see? So, as a teacher, you are not expected to just only enter classroom without lesson plan. Umala is going to take the next 20 or so minutes, 20 to 30 minutes
Let's say 30 minutes. Be
explain on the lesson plan.
Thank you very much. For addition, then you can run with. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي وبعد. Peace be with you all my brothers and sisters in Islam. Okay, so before we begin, sir, there is what we call warm-up activity, and it is not part of my lesson because the way I have learned, you two are a psychologist, there is some sign that they need to refresh. No. So let us do it Islamically. Please, each and every one of you to stand up. Stand up. Up again. Sit down. Stand up. Sit down. So now, when I say stand up, you should just stand it in sluggish manner up to the time that you will just be at least okay. So please stand up. Let us. So also let's sit down in a sluggish manner. So stand up. Sit down. I hope we refresh. And so this is what we are doing now in the modern classes. There are some essence that we can even go beyond this, but because of the nature of our mothers, that is why I decided to at least do the little one. So start now, we can start timing. As my able doctor has just said, mine is on the lesson plan, but I have decided to at least make it more formal so that we can have some key indicators. I term it lesson plan, English teacher, what do you call this thing? Column. Are they column? Yes. The one with this thing? Semicolon. Okay, semicolon. Come. Where's my duster? Lesson plan, a key to successful. Again, what's successful? Lesson delivery. Or maybe it should become more formal so that we can know where we are heading to. Instead of just to say lesson plan and to remind them. So when we say lesson plan, it is our independent variable that we are going to discuss upon. So can we just go ahead straight and start discussing about what lesson plan is? It must have a twin brother. Like we used to say in Hausa, so lesson plan has his twin brother. Like Tommy, Wanene and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Very good. We have Tom and Jerry. So what is, if we took lesson plan as the Tom, what is his Jerry? Lesson note. That is what I wanted to hear from the vice principal. So now to start, lesson plan and lesson note, as we said, they are the two most important aspects in lesson delivery. They serve as the key to your motto. If you have a motto, be it motorcycle, a car, and whatever, the key that you will use to kick it, ignite it. So in our profession, in our company, that is teaching profession, lesson plan has a vital role to play. So now, as they said, I want the class to be interactive because there are some areas that I want to maybe emphasize upon. So when we say lesson plan and lesson notes, so what do you understand, or what is your own perception? Please, or let me put it in this way, who can define lesson note to me so that we can know it is different with the lesson plan? Because at times we are using the two terms interchangeably. So let us have clear demarcation for the two terms. Yes. No, sit down, sorry, sir. Among my sisters, there is what we call inclusivity in education this time around. Inclusivity, you have to treat the class equally. There is gender sensitivity. So females should also play the role their counterpart, our males, will also play. And you are the majority in this city. So we have to consider, please, who can define lesson not for us? Just a brief definition of the time. Lesson not lesson plan. I'm not expecting it to be started. As my colleague has emphasized, we are all colleagues. And we need to at least interact with each other so that whenever you see me somewhere, this is the man that at least emphasize that I should do this and that. And you are our ambassador. That is why you see when we are to start, when you are director went out, I follow him to ask him, is the composition all Muslims, so that we can at least say what we wanted to say. Instead of so that is what I asked him and he confirmed to me. So please, you are our ambassadors. Now we are facing many challenges as we found ourselves in this city. We are all from our local governments and we were now transferred or deployed to the city. So please, you need to be very, very vocal and free while talking. It's here that we can say one or two things that if there is need for us to at least correct ourselves, we can do so. So what is lesson not? Very good. Is Asia? Because you see, from now I can recognize some of your names. Even our mother, I can quote Zikra. What? You see, once you have said each other.
Okay, lesson note is a kind of text that is pre-prepared, which will be delivered during class. It's a note that can be delivered to students directly while patient is in class.
You see, almost 95%. You see, she scored even A, but she's afraid to say it in public. A+. So now, our male counterpart, what is a lesson plan? No, sir, lesson plan.
Lesson plan is a guidance and guide the teacher when using the lecture.
Exactly. I like the term to guide. It's a guidance. Or it's a sketch that guide you as a teacher to deliver your lesson effectively. That is why there is one common term that they used to say: any teacher who fails to plan, plans to fail. So it is a guidelines. Sketched. It is a roadmap that will guide you to deliver your lesson successfully. While timing the duration given to you. That is why I'm emphasizing when they said 20 to 30 minutes. I know we cannot finish within that time, but maybe at the end of this our today's meeting, if you didn't eat necessary and you enjoy our interaction, maybe we can schedule it next time so that we can go detail, because I wanted after we finish with the terminologies, with the segment of the lesson plan, to at least use to practicalize one so that I can ask any one of you to suggest as a topic so that we can at least bring out its constituents, the characteristics that's supposed to be in the ideal lesson plan. But because of the time factor, we'll only just mention the segment and at least highlight some of the areas that we need to at least emphasize often so that they can guide us while preparing our lesson plans. So these are the two terms, lesson note and lesson plan. So please, at the last aspect of this thing, who can mention as one major different between lesson note and lesson plan? Females. Mommy. But I'm not just directly saying mommy. Let me tell you the name of my mother, and I know the person I am referring to is Hadiza. And I know somebody that says her name is Hadiza. So please, mommy, what is the difference? And I can even go and point her directly.
Wow.
Just the difference between lesson note and lesson plan. So that when you send or somebody, the head teacher said, please, mommy, when you are coming out from the staff room, come along with your lesson plan.
And lesson plan and what you plan, let's say diary.
Yeah? Yes, we extract, let me assist us so that you will not like that. We are extracting what we put in our lesson plan. When you extracted it from your scheme of work, and later you can even transfer it into your diary.
Yes.
So she's correct now. That is very nice. So, what I wanted to say so that we can know the difference between lesson note and lesson plan, as you have all said that lesson note is the actual note that you will handle in the course of delivery of your lesson, while the lesson plan is the plan, is the sketch of the lesson that you intended to deliver, that you will just sit down at one corner, plan it very well to accommodate the period or the time allocated for that particular lesson. Is that? So maybe it is a 30 to 35 minutes at the primary level, while it is 40 to 45 minutes in our upper basic and post-basic schools. Though you are still using junior secondary school and the senior secondary school. But the ideal now, going by the national policy on education, we have lower basic, middle basic, upper basic, and post basic now. So, any problem here? So, in ideal lesson plan, let me tell you one thing. Now we have different models of lesson plan in existence. Most especially, those among you that you used to go for some symposium or workshop across the state. Like we have what we call now TAR. Is it the A small or TARL? Is a program championed by one non-governmental organization. We have what we call ADEB, and there is what we call ROOTS, Reaching Out of School Children. All these are the programs championed by non-governmental organization. So they come up with different patterns of lesson plan. This style means teaching at the right level. Teaching at the right level. ABEL is Accelerated Basic Education Program. Accelerated Basic Education Program. They came with their entirely new curriculum that they condense most of our topic so that you can achieve them within how many years ideally we used to spend to finish primary 1 to JS3? 9 years. But this, you will finish your primary 1 to JS3 in 1 year, 6 months. Just 18 months. So it's 18 months, yes, 2 years. Within 18 months. So they come up with new curriculum and the format of their lesson plan. There are some that just look horizontally. You will just be going horizontally. There are those that combine both horizontal and vertical aspect of the curriculum. This. So the last one is the Reaching Out of School Children, called ROOTS. They also come with a program that encompassing a lot, and they also have their different format of lesson plan. So knowing this thing, again this background, so each and every lesson plan, each and every ideal lesson plan must have 7 segments. 7 segments. It depends with the way you present them. You can use their synonyms to represent them, which I believe I will at least tell you each and every segment that you know. I will prepare you another name for it, at least 1 or 2 or 3, even 3. So that when you saw them somewhere, say, ni na saba da previous knowledge. Me yasa yanzu kuma ka zo ka sa wani abu haka? Ya wanne yake nufi? Ko kuma a ce introduction, ni na ga ya sa entry behavior. What does he mean? So you can use these terms interchangeably in case T. So now let us mention the main ones so that I can discuss them in a bit, so that I can accommodate or finish within the time allocated to me. So as I said, we have 7. Let me start segments. Segments of a lesson plan. So one of the 7 segments, and we have 7 segments. Wanda su zamu kada sai mu ɗaya discuss akan su briefly, dan faɗa muku sabon da na san insha Allah we will at least benefit no matter what. Number 1, which is the first one in our lesson plan segment? What? Behavioral objective. Is it behavioral objective? No.
Subject and topic. Subject and topic.
Subject topic. What is the name of that thing? Let me even tell you, as we said, name of the school, at times even name of the teacher, sex, duration. So what is the general name of all these aspects? Because it is all under one segment. General what? General information. Very good. General information. 2, let us highlight them all. What is the second one apart from the general information?
Lesson presentation.
No.
Introduction.
Introduction. Very good. Introduction. 3. Mobile lesson planning. Behavioral objective?
Yes.
Lesson objective. So, da shi da wannan ne ya kamata ya fara zuwa. Ku bi sequence din nake so very good. To, kaga daga general information sai behavioral objectives. Sai na uku shine mene? You have just said it. Introduction. Introduction. If you have any issue, please say it out so that we can digest it. I'm saying this thing the way it is. I believe even if professor comes, that is what he will reaffirm. What is he will affirm to us? And my scholars are here before me. Even if I make mistake, I believe they will correct me. Because we are even recording it now, it may stay for longer time. So all I will say, I will make sure I said the correct thing. If I'm wrong, I will hardly say it. I will just remain pause or send but someone if you ask me, so that my organs will at least say the right thing. So I'm saying what I'm saying right from the core of my heart. So after introduction, then what?
Materials or resources.
No, my mommy. Is that the what? PK. What is PK? Previous knowledge. Previous knowledge. Then number 5. Presentation. Ya shi take da kai ka duk gana ita take da ne saboda su kawo muku abubuwa da nake so ku sai me number 6. You supposed to know all these things, Evaluation. Evaluation. Then lastly, conclusion. Summary in Kagara slash summary, as you said.
Previous knowledge comes before introduction.
That one there is a statement. That is why I put it like this. So anyone is accepted here. You can use the previous knowledge before introduction, and you can use introduction before previous knowledge. It is acceptable anywhere, sir. That is how our teacher taught us right from the NCE. So it's a word of controversy which one should come first. But in the ideally, as we all know and aware that in everything there must be introduction, because it is the headline of everything. That is why the accepted introduction should come first before the previous knowledge. This is the sequence, the right sequence. Though in the other way around, as I said, some used to put previous knowledge before the introduction. But this is the most correct, I believe. Or both of them are correct. Let me use this simple term as my Oga draw my attention. So these are the 7 segments of each and every lesson plan. But as you said, my mom, at times saying, what have you mentioned? Is it instructional materials? What?
Materials and resources.
Very good. All these things, they are under general information. That is why now we are going to highlight some of the content of this one. That is why in the new design lesson plan, they used to make it as a segment. That instructional material as a segment. No, it is not a segment. It is also part of the general information that you need to say. At times, even the assignment or student activity, they used to put it separately. But that is why I say each and everything you know must fall under either of these 7 segments. So let us at least see, except we have just skipped 1 or 2, we can also come back and know where it's supposed to be fixed. So, general information. Let us, I believe in the general information, we have 10 to 13, and to some extent up to 15. Up to 15 items under this general information. So, let us at least highlight 10 so that we can move just like that. Under this general information, we have what? School name. School name. Oh, I'm going to go and go to the best. Now, so that we can send the key, but I'm going to head in. So, mention general information, GI. Akwai school name, oh? School name. Class. The class number, because using the teacher's name mostly is during teaching practice so that we can know who's supposed to handle that class. But it's also ideal if you decided to put it, but let us, for the sake of learning, leave that name of teacher. So school name, class, subject, very good. Subject, topic, duration, time, date, time for? Yes, first time for second time, okay? Date. Period. Yes. Session. Yes.
Reference.
Huh?
6.
What? Answer 6?
No, 6.
6.
Average age.
Age, very good. Average age for age. Let us count. If we measure up to 10, that is all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I told you we have 13 to 15 items. So these are what we call general information. With the inclusion of that instructional materials, as we said, instructional. For instructional materials, material. For teaching aid, teaching aid. Instructional aid. Instructional aid. For kuma su scientists we figure apparatus. Yes. Etc. Etc. Though, as we said, some used to segment it as something separate, and it's also acceptable in education. I have read some books that they used to segment the teaching aid as separate from the general information. So, but these are some of the content of the general information in brief. Any problem? No. Maybe later we'll ask. Behavioral objectives. Behavioral objectives. They are the main principles activities that focus upon what you intended to achieve at the end of your lesson. So, and we are stating this, our behavioral objective, using what? Action verb. Who's the English teacher here? What we call action verbs. Action verbs.
or behavioral verbs I can score, that by the end of the lesson, students will be able, not are able, will be able to define, identify. No, very good. That is what I wanted to say. It's very, very wrong to say understand. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to understand. Can they understand? They cannot understand. But they can at least learn something. They can be able to identify, recognize, say, mention, enumerate. So let us emphasize these things. It's very, very wrong for you to use at the end of, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to understand. Please avoid this word. Yes, and you had another word. So there is two areas that we need to emphasize while stating the behavioral objective. It's ideal to use that should, but the very, very good and precise word that we should be using is that will be able.
Yes.
Will be able. It shows your confidence that at the end you know that you must achieve certain level of understanding by saying should. That is, you mean that just immediately after the lesson, but this one should go beyond the lesson. So while stating the behavioral objective, as we said, at times we are using at the end of the lesson. At the end of the lesson and by the end of the lesson, which one is more appropriate? By the. That is just the truth. Don't say at the end of the lesson, because you are just limiting it to the particular lesson or just at the end. But to say by the end is the more appropriate. By the end of the lesson, student will be able, don't say should be able, again, should be able to do this or that. This is just the correct term. Will be able to say, solve, mention, highlight, etc., etc. This is the correct term that you should be using because of the term factor. That is, I'm just in a hist. So, this is just a little about behavioral objective. So, introduction. Introduction.
What about the rationale? The rationale, the aim of the lesson.
Rationale, yes, is also part of the behavioral objective. It's just the end, the reasons why you wanted to at least conduct that lessons. The rationale behind that particular lesson. There are something that you wanted to achieve at the tail end of that particular lesson. Yes. So now can we move to introduction? So when we say introduction, what it entails, please. What does introduction entail in a lesson plan? To bring out the new concept or topic, as he says. But in the introduction, you normally make your students to pull themselves together, to have some arousal statement for you to transit to the new concept, even if it is repetition of the last lesson, but you must introduce a new concept, as you said. It is a straightforward, so that is why at times it is linked with the previous knowledge. So now let us go to the previous knowledge directly. When we say previous knowledge, what do we mean?
Something related to the new topic.
How? Yes, I like the term because something related to the new topic. But how?
For example,
For instance,
I want to teach these children like object in the classroom. So as ideally they have idea about the object. Maybe they have seen it somewhere. So you use that in order to refer back to their previous knowledge. Yes,
or what?
To connect it with
the new topic. So in a nutshell, there are three things that you need to consider under previous knowledge. As he just has mentioned one, that previous knowledge may be linked to the real life experience. Maybe what you have experienced outside. As he said, maybe I'm teaching social studies teacher. So I'm teaching maybe the concept of family. Family. So the family is made up of the father, mother, and their children. That is just when we are talking to the just nuclear family, not extended family. So, if you want to teach this topic, social studies, your previous knowledge is that you can set students or the learners or pupils at primary school level are familiar with the family. So they used to interact within their families. They can say, ke kina da baba? Wallahi baba na je shi so man takalmi. They will even give you different answer to know that they know who is their father. Wati ga fuso da ke da mama ke da baba? Kai wa ga fuso shi baba ne ko? Yes. Akwai lokacin da I have tried to convince one lady, then ta ce babanta take so, kuma they have separated the father and the mother, but the father is doing almost everything her mother is doing to her. Well, I know her in that Rochas Foundation area. She take out a makaranta, ta ce ta mata na ina shi ke mata wanka, aka yi yana barin tana da kanta dan fara zama that adolescent level. Amma na zo ce mata Aisha wata kamso da mamaki da banki ce wallahi mama na da ce baba kike shi kike gobe ce duk da haka na san mama na so in wannan kuga dai have familiar with their parent ko to wannan real life experience ne akwai kuma kana linking topic with the previous lesson that you just taught in the class ila a family ne yanzu kuma types of family. So yesterday we have covered the definition, the concept of family. Now we have just transit to the types of family. Kunga akwai alaƙa tsakanin su. Kuma ba da ce mu skill or strategy. What is skill or strategy? Actually, she those that are under psychomotor aspect. Those who are dealing with the real or handiwork. For instance, killer, hanzo, carpenter, baga shi yana da ainihin skills din ne wannan abin. Who can construct a chair? Who can construct a chair? Who can do this and that? So let us leave this one now. Previous knowledge for presentation. Presentations, we normally do our presentation in steps, in stages. It depends with the topic and how long you wanted to at least segment or the step you wanted to use. We can use up to 5 steps or 6 steps. It depends with the topic. And in other method of teaching like the grouping method, so you have also number of steps that you will use for. Maybe if it is a cartoon-based teaching, role-playing, field trip, and other strategies, they are the ones to determine the number of steps that you wanted to use. And mind you, there is no one single strategy that can be taught in isolation. A teacher may need to use to combine 2 or even more strategy while teaching one single topic. Then what? Evaluation. Evaluation. So please think very well. Which any other segment has direct relationship with evaluation? Very good. Is it previous knowledge? No. The general objectives. We are doing our evaluation based on our stated objectives directly. To know the level, how far the students at least learn the conception that you have exposed them to. So, if you have stated 3 objectives during your evaluation, you should ask them questions or you should refer to anything that will have direct link with the objectives that you have stated under your evaluation. Then, conclusion, or as we said, chalkboard summary, or whatever. Here is the end aspect of the lesson. So, for me now to wrap it all, under this introduction, there is what we call now warm-up. In the new teaching methodology, there is what we call warm-up, and it is very, very essential. When you come to the class, that is why I ask you to stand up and do this thing. Warm-up entails different things. You can give them just a storytelling at the initial stage of your lesson so that you can arouse the interest of your learner. Or you can ask them to do some activities. Like even impromptu approach, you can just mention one word and ask them to say it, or the next one of you. Anyone who failed, you should just please exclude him. Go and sit down up to the last person. It depends on the number of your classes. So let me mention some other words, since I said 5 minutes, to each and every segment. That is the essence of holding this paper. A ƙarƙashin wannan idan za ku rubuta muna da menene general information ko? Yana da wani suna da kuka san shi da shi a turanci? Ana kiran shi learning specification. Learning specification. Ku yi da yake da Allah. Learning specification ko? Ana kiran shi knowledge framework ko learning details. Na faɗo su daga ciki. Number 2, behavioral objectives. Ana kiransu da suma learning objectives. Say which one? Introduction ko?
Yes.
Introduction ana kiransu da anticipatory set. Anticipatory set. Anticipatory set na SET. Ana kiran shi da hook. Hook kawai wannan da kuka sani. Maratai haka makaman dama Hausa ake kiran shi na jin a lesson plan Hausa. Maratai ko rataya ko? Ana kiran su da warm up. Warm up. Ana kiran shi da lead in. Lead in shi ma to. Sai wanne?
Previous knowledge.
Previous knowledge. Ana kiran shi da prior knowledge. Prior knowledge ana kiran shi prerequisites. Prior knowledge or prerequisites. Say number 5, presentation ko? Presentation ana kiran shi da menene? Direct instruction. Direct instruction ana kiran shi da input. Direct instruction input, teaching pace. Na pace wannan teaching pace. Ana kiran shi teaching pace. Ana kiran shi da activity delivery pace. Delivery pace. To suna bana bas haka. Say number 6, evaluation. Evaluation ana kiran shi da appraisal. Appraisal ana kiran shi da review. Ana kiran shi da assessment ko feedback. Then lastly, conclusion ko ana kiran shi da end pace ko kuma recap. End pace ko summary, as my brother has said it. Or kuma final thought. So, thank you for listening to my little presentation. So, thank you for listening. Because of the time factor, I even extended to time. Thank you, my chairman, for giving me this.
Thank you very much.
Alhamdulillah. So far, they say so good go. I think you are comprehending what has been said. We are not. This is not something new. We are adding value. We are only adding value to what you have previously learned. Because this is just an introduction, so that you won't be off, so that you can be able to know what it is. Mala has taught us round the new formative way and the words that are used in the lesson plan. So we have to see it in change. And those in authority to check the lesson are the senior master academy, and also the vice principal or the principal himself, so that it ensure that the lesson plan is being done. It's just like when you have to see the doctor. When you see the doctor and say, what is happening to you, you answer the right plan. Do you discover that? Then you write what you wanted. So also, lesson cannot be done without what? Lesson plan. Lesson plan is not lesson note. Lesson note is what you have taught and you want the student to learn over of what the instruction is. It's a detail of what lesson plan. So they are not, they are different. This is not, this is plan. Plan is what? Action. What you intended to do from one in the minutes that you have been doing. It's just like a radio program or a TV program. The TV caster or a broadcaster uses time. Also the teacher should use time. So on that note, we are going to the third segment of the presentation. It is my honor and privilege to call my senior and my Oga on the top, Councillor Dr. Mohammed Habib, to be on board on the topic classroom management and control.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all thanks and praise be to Almighty Allah. We give us the opportunity to be here today, and may He also help us to acquire the right knowledge. After that, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So see, while I was cleaning the whiteboard, I didn't talk. So you are not expected while you are cleaning blackboard or whiteboard and you should be talking. This is part of what I'm going to discuss as classroom management. So, as I introduced earlier, we are here under the umbrella of
وفي رواية النون هي الكون مصدر كان يكون كونا إذا وجد واستقر في أماكن تربى بحكم رواية وأولا متسام قاية أتوقع فيه الحول بعد الشوق إن تسير على سيارة الجهوزي كان عند دعوة مكة أقوى تسيبون بإذن وكما كتامون ينين kada su halaye da ke mutane da kasance a baya zai tasiri a kan da
it's good you have this in your record that today you receive a refresher course from 3 officials of Center for Counseling and Human Development. And the first presentation was on good qualities of a good teacher. And the second one was on lesson plan, a lesson plan, a key to successful lesson delivery. And now the third presentation is going to be on classroom management.
وعن علي بن ربيعة قال شهدت علي بن أبي طالب رضي الله عنه أوتي بدابة
classroom management and control. How to take time now? Okay. Myself, I'm going to be reading and making some additional explanation. Introduction. Educationists, since from the Greeks, have been consistent in the view that effective communication between teacher and learner forms the basis of learning. So there is going to be, for any learning to take place, there should be effective what? There should be effective communication. What is communication now? Even the special studies teacher can help us with this, the meaning of communication. What is communication? What is communication? Who is the social studies teacher? Where is the attendance? Then we have the attendance so I can use it to ask some Questions. What is the attendance paper? Oh, the second by the prayer of this director.
Oh, no, no,
Give us the attendance. No, where's the attendance? Halia. No attendance. Come on, sign the attendance. Don't give me back. We are going to collect it at the end. It's for our own use, not for the school. Give me. Bring it. You see, no problem. Give it to her. Okay. So you see, social service teacher. What is communication?
Communication is sending information from one person to another.
Very good. Communication is the process of sending information from one person to another. There is sender, information, then receiver. Then from there is there is channel go. So sender, channel, information, then receiver. So that is according to educationists, right from Greeks. So for communication is the basis for effective learning. So when you enter classroom, take yourself as a now you are a communicator. You are now a communicator. You come with message, and you need what? You need a channel to send it to the receiver, and the receiver are the learners. Learners are the receiver, and your channel is what? Your methods. The methods you follow, either lecture method, demonstration method, playway method, inquiry method, storytelling, whatever. The method you follow is your channel. So in your effective teaching and classroom teaching, there should be good and effective communication. That is to say, there is teacher here, their communication, or we can call it communication via message or content, whatever, then learners. So when the teacher communicate to the learners, then the learners also give feedback to the teacher. So there is this diagram: teacher, message, and learners. Teacher, message, and learners. So it's important. Course of 1990 has in this slide defined communication and the extent of meanings between teacher and student, without which there can be no effective teaching and learning. So if there is no extent of meanings between teacher and learners through message or through the method or techniques we use, so there is no effective teaching and learning. In other words, a two-way relationship is necessary between teacher and learners for learning to occur. There should be effective communication between the teacher and the learners before we say teaching takes place. How do you understand? So communication is very important. Ibel 1970 in confirmation has observed that the center of teaching and learning is interaction between the teacher and the learner. Interaction. The center for learning is interaction between teacher and the learners. So whenever you enter a classroom, there should be good interaction. There should be good communication. You should speak to the level of the learners. Don't speak above the level of the learners. More especially in the nursery and junior primary school, or what do you call it? Lower basic. In the lower basic, even using of vernacular is allowed, so that the message or the communication will be effective between the teacher and the learners. Now, after introduction, now we see the meaning of classroom management and control. The new International Webster's Standard Dictionary for School and Office edition define classroom as a room in which studies are held in a school. So if you are asked to define a classroom, say it's a room where studies is held in a school. Not every room in a school is considered as classroom, but only a room where studies is held, where teaching and learning take place. It is their building, or it is their room that is considered as classroom. So there is a difference between a room and classroom. Room is any building that has a door and windows, while a classroom is a building or is a room where studies is held, or where teaching and learning take place. Management, on the other hand, is the act of treating, directing, carrying on, or using for a purpose. Administration, directors or managers of business. So management is when you are treating or you are directing. If you are directing the learners, do this, copy, read this, write this, stop this, do this. You are now what? You are now managing the learners. Sit down, stand up, go out, keep quiet, listen to me and answer my question, or ask your own question. So when you are directing, or when you are seeing the appearance of the classroom, you are now managing the classroom. Similarly, the meaning of control is to check or regulate. To check or regulate, to exercise over, dominate the act or power of control is domination, regulation. So control is what? Is regulating. When you check or you regulate in the classroom, you check that everybody sit down in his or on his right seat, and everybody is paying attention while you are teaching. So if you are looking at the faces, you are looking at the faces of the student. Not just only looking at your books or facing only the blackboard. No. Sometimes you face blackboard and you write. Sometimes you look at the learners. You look at them. Almost all of them within 1 minute or within some seconds. You look at learners from all the rows. Those in front, those in the middle, and those at the back. You should be looking at them. So if you are looking at them, if you are checking at them, you are regulating them. That will stop them from making noise, or sleeping, or nodding down their head and their hands, like that what that sister is doing. Sister, sit down very well if you are healthy, except otherwise. So this is how a teacher is supposed to be doing. You should be looking at your learners, those in front, those at the back, those in the middle, those from the right corner, left corner. You should all be looking at them. Now we said, therefore, classroom management is the process of directing, regulating the appearance of learners for effective communication with the teacher in the classroom. On the other hand, class control has to do with the ability to maintain law and order, and discipline among the class or among the learners, with the objective of creating a conducive classroom. So the meaning of classroom management and control is that when you are in the classroom, so you are now directing the appearance of the learners. All they are doing is under your command. They will not do anything contrary to what you say they should do, or the instruction you are giving to them. And at the same time, they should be what? They should be law-abiding. They are observing the laws of the classroom, like for example, these rules and regulations. They are observing the rules and regulations, and they are following the order given to them by the school management or the school authority. This is simply the meaning of classroom management and control. That is, when you are in the classroom, nobody is doing anything unless with your direction or less following your command or your instructions. So a teacher in the classroom is like a head of state in the country, or a teacher in the classroom is like a governor in his state. As a governor is very what do you call it? Powerful in his state. Likewise, the executive chairman of the local government is very powerful in his local government. So likewise, classroom teacher is very powerful in the classroom. When you enter classroom, so all attentions now are on him, and nobody will violate or offend his commandment or his direction. Now we go to importance of classroom management. So importance of classroom management and control is very important. We said educational system may change the relationship. However, educational system may change the relationship between committed teacher and motivated learner. Is the heart and soul of education. So when you come to teaching, these teachers are supposed to be committed teacher. We need committed teacher like teachers like you. We need committed teachers. So if there are committed teachers and there are also motivated learners. So classroom management and control help a teacher to be what? Committed teacher. And at the same time, classroom management also make learners to be motivated. So when we get motivated learners, committed teachers, then it's easy the message or the communication or learning take place. So as teachers, try to be committed teachers. I've said the other time, love the profession. Do it with all interest and attention. Don't do it because you don't have any other work doing. And don't be doing teaching because your father said, please go and teach. Then you go work upon someone like. No, don't do that. Or don't take it as don't money. But don't take it as capitalist rule. Kada ce ba na aikin komai ko ni ba ni fita kullum kishi ana tana fita na ya fada daga fita kullum wani jiran shi aikin koyarwa. We don't want this type of teachers in our schools. But be committed. Accept that yes, actually teaching is a good profession, and I want to be a good teacher. I want to be a good teacher because I was taught by teachers. Teachers made me, or Allah made me what am I, but through the activities or contribution of committed teachers. So likewise myself, I want to be a teacher for the time being. Maybe I will teach for 5 years or 10 years. Maybe before I go for another, before I further my education or switch to another work. I understand. To try to be committed teachers. Classroom management and control improve teaching service delivery. So classroom management and control what? Improve teaching delivery. Teaching service delivery. Teaching service delivery. So this is another important of classroom management and control. Enhance teachers' effectiveness. Likewise, if you are trying to control your class, nobody will do anything without your permission. So you are now enhancing your effectiveness. Promote classroom effectiveness and provide interactive session for discussion. So if you have management in your classroom and control, students only talk when you give permission to talk, and students also ask questions when they are allowed to ask, and they also give answers when you ask them questions. And you cannot enter classroom and teach without giving learners chance to ask questions, or to participate, or to interact with you. Because education is a child center. When you enter a classroom to teach, don't teach the whole 30 minutes, or 35 or 40 minutes, you are the one to consume them or use them. No. At least if you can talk, if you can teach for 25 minutes, so give 15 or 10 minutes for the learners also to ask questions, to contribute, to discuss, or to share experience with you. So by so doing, we are now making impact of classroom management. The more effective the teacher is in the classroom communication, the better the chances that each learner will learn. So if as a teacher you are effective in classroom control and management, so each and every learner will learn something from you. Nobody will say a teacher entered the class for 30 minutes or 40 and went out and I didn't learn anything. No, both the slow learners, the moderate learners and the gifted will also learn something from your teaching. So classroom management and control is very important. Classroom management and control motivate the learners to have interest and pay attention to what? To learn. So if you have classroom control and management, and control, the learners will pay attention. They will give you true attention. They will show true interest, and they will give true attention to your lesson, and they will learn from what you are teaching them. Now, factors that influence classroom management and control. Factors that influence classroom management and control. So there are some factors as a teacher you take care of them. If you take care of these factors, so in your classroom there is going to be what? There is going to be classroom management and control. We said classroom management and control is much influenced by teachers' leadership quality. You know we have 3 types of leadership, isn't it? Can you remember them? There are 3 types of leadership.
Social studies teacher.
Yes. Laissez-faire, authoritative, and democratic. These are types of leaders we have. Either head of state, governor, chairman, principal, headmaster. Teacher cannot go out of these 3 types of leadership. Laissez-faire, you say, do whatever you like. I don't care. You are not my children. My children are in so school. Then there is democratic. He used to consult his subject or his learners before he rule out. And there is autocratic. He is the one doing everything, no consultation, no nonsense, very rigid. Very rigid. So, like one passport or Kaduna said, go. So the first assignment a teacher has to do is to bring what? Is to bring the learners under control and to use all possible stimulating activities to sustain the control as he teaches. So as a teacher, if you answer yourself as a trained teacher and as a motivated teacher, so when you are teaching from the beginning, from the time you enter classroom and students say, good morning, sir. Or as you say, assalamu alaikum, and they say, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, marhaba bika, ahlan wa sahlan, this and that. But from that time, if you are a good teacher, if you are a motivated teacher, all your learners are supposed to be, their ears are on you and their eyes are on you. They are to pay attention and real paying attention, not fake one. They pay real attention and be listening to you and be watching at you what you are doing from the beginning to the end. That shows that you have classroom management and control. So as such, you need to have these 5 items. Briefly, you say factors influence for. Number 1 is preparation of lesson. To do preparation of lessons. To do through what? Through what? To do preparation of lesson. A teacher should make sure he prepare very well and master the topic of what he is going to teach in order to have total control of his class as expected. Always prepare lesson to suit the interest and capacity of the learners. When you are planning, you learn lesson plan. So when you are planning your lesson, try to see that you learn your lesson to suit the what? The interest and the capacity of the learners by using instructional materials. Don't plan a lesson that is above the level of the. Don't start from top to down, but start from what? Down to top. Start from simple to complex. Start teaching from known to unknown. Then number 2, teachers' own personality. Teachers' own personality. So as a teacher, when you are coming to classroom, dress well. Or this refers to the teacher's human relationship with the pupils, appearance, speech, and avoid mannerism. Do not collect any and do not receive any favor from students. Show competency and composure. Avoid low appearance with students. And observe emotional intelligence. What I mean here is, as a teacher, the moment you enter, before you come to the class, dress well. Dress well. We are not saying that you must buy the most expensive clothes, but the clothes you have, wash them, iron them, and come to the class. When you put long gowns, make sure you put cap. Or when you put shirt and trouser, stock in. So don't wear slippers. Don't put slippers and come to the classroom. So dress well. Listen, dress well. And when you come to the classroom, consider yourself as now a chairman of the local government addressing his masses, or an emir addresses his masses. I understand, in the palace. So consider yourself as like an emir in the palace. So feel competent. Show composure. Don't be scared or showing ila or gala, showing that you are. Don't show that you are confused. You have to prepare well so that you deliver competently without checking. And I said, don't be using one word most of the time. Avoid mannerism. If you are using one word, they will go in with that one word. When you say, do you understand? You say, yes, sir. But don't be saying, do you understand? Is there any question? Are we together? Are you following? Yes. Yeah, these are some of what you should be asking. Are we together? Are you following? Is there any patient? Is that clear? Yes. But don't be saying, do you understand? They say, yes, sir. Can you continue? No. And some of them may not understand, but they say, yes, sir. So as I said also, part of your personality is avoid any favor. Even if you are a male teacher, don't be friending any female student. If you are a female teacher, don't be friending any male student. I understand. And don't collect money from them. Don't collect any money to them because of anything. And don't collect anything like food or whatever, or bureau. Okay, you have this big barrel. Why do you get this important barrel? We need to be using this barrel. Can you give it to us so that we use in the school? No. As a teacher, don't do that. Don't receive any favor from the student. So that you are what? You are a professional. All you need can be provided by the school. Or all you need, you can provide by yourself. But don't ask and then take even a pencil or biro or anything from a student. Or you say you see a memo, or anything. No, or bag, or any bag from the student. Say, okay, it's not in the market. How can I get it? Say, Malama, take this one. No, don't do that. It's a professional. Number 3, classroom arrangement and organization. Classroom arrangement and organization. So please make sure you arrange your classroom. That there is free space for moving. If possible, even this part of the class should not be joined with the wall. If possible, you should allow space for moving here, and the last place. Except otherwise, there should be free chance for movement in the classroom. So a teacher who organizes his class in such a way that he can get to any material without disturbing the peace of the class will sustain the control longer than a teacher who is unorganized. So please organize your classroom. If you have few students, leave at least 1, 2, 3, 4 rows that you can pass through. If you want to reach that sister, you can follow this place without necessarily following this place. You can reach any student freely. It's better than when you say, please shift. Let me move their place. They are going to create noise, and that will bring absence of control and management. Place stubborn student in front. You know, we have different students. We have talkative, we have extrovert, introvert, this and that. You know, if somebody is talkative or is stubborn, place him in front. And if you have big students, place them at the back so that they should not cover the small ones. If there are small students, bring them in the front. Yeah? And if there are those with short-sightedness, they cannot see closer, you put them at the back. And there are those with long-sightedness, they cannot see closer, and they cannot see far, bring them in front. So you must be observant. You must be observant to your learners. And those who are not cutting up their fingernails, ask them to be doing so. And those who leave their hairs bushy, should ask them to clear them. So you need to organize. You need to arrange and organize your class. And learners must not talk or move from one place to another without permission, and not taking of food during classes. And there should be also something like this sweeping roster. Yeah, apart from timetable, there should be sweeping roster, so that every day there are those who are going to sweep the classroom, so that the classroom should be clean and tidy. And there should be possible shop corner in the class, and there should be notice board at the back where important information will be first on the notice board. So this classroom is very well decorated and filled with educative charts. Thank you, sir. Yes. So the teacher, I recommend your effort. Keep it up. Then second to the last. Teachers' performance during teaching. Teachers' performance during teaching. Teachers' performance during teaching. This is second to the last point. A teacher who is dull in presentation gives the learners the opportunity to wander in their mind. Be very friendly. Create jokes to make learners laugh sometimes. Make your lesson so simple and allow learners participation. Teach from known to unknown and teach from simple to complex. As we made our presentation, I'm sure this second presenter made the class very lively. He created jokes. He gave me so many examples. And in the introduction, he warmed up the learners by what? By asking us stand up, sit down, and that. There are so many things you can do as a teacher to make